Okay, Sherry, take roll call.
Okay, roll call. Starting at 401, Tom Sherrod,
Yep.
Jason Moreland,
Yep.
Sherry Waddington, Dave Waddington, Sean Copley,
Here.
Annette,
Here.
Andra,
Here.
Barb, coming, Beth, coming, and Devin,
Here.
Larry Ryan. Okay.
Larry. Here.
Everybody,
Believe so.
All right.
guest,
Dick, and we have Jonathan.
Okay.
That's it.
I'd like to make a motion, Mr. President.
Okay.
I'd like to make a motion that we go to executive session for discussion.
Okay, do we have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Okay.
I think we can stay.
Okay, looking over September's minutes, do we have approval? Any corrections, deletions, or add-ons?
Just that the minutes are missing a watermark, but
What?
a watermark that says draft. I'm sorry, I didn't have the watermark on there, but they are the draft minutes.
Okay.
The time for Cedar Point trick or treat 4 to 8?
That's when we need volunteers. I believe it starts at 6.
I think it's 6.
Yeah, just to get set up and be ready, yeah.
By 4?
No, to start getting, yeah.
Do we have a motion to accept?
I make a motion to accept the minutes as written.
Second,
I'll second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, going on our old business. I think this is all net here, the golf course.
Okay, so what I did was we'll start off, I guess, with the revenue update. So if we take a look at, I put it on front and back. So first one, the September, our revenue from September was $35,967.50. And it is a substantial update, or an increase from last year because we started selling passes in September. We actually sold 17 passes. Of the 17, 8 of them were new members. And the deal is that they can use the pass this year and next year. And that was obviously the intent of that. So then our year-to-date through September is $217,637.70, which is an increase of $21,660 from last year. I did run a report this morning at about noon, and we are at $227,181. So we're almost at 10,000 for October. We've had some good weather, we had an outing, so if we stay on track, I really think this will really, we're gonna get close to Mr. Weddington's 250. So that's my goal, is a 250. So that's where we are with our comparison from last year to this year. With what that, we do for November, we are going to run the special for Black Friday, the week of Thanksgiving, the $25 savings on passes. So we've encouraged current members to get those. So I'm anticipating November, our revenue to be a little bit higher than the $12,933 that we had last year. So we ended up doing that.
That's in November?
November. It's the week of Thanksgiving, we're gonna do that. So we'll do that. And then we're going to attempt to do like we did last year. Once the course closes, we'll close the end of November, but then I guess as we have nice days, we'll open it and we'll still, I'm assuming we'll do the winter rate that we did, which we'll look at that in a second as well. Any questions on the revenue? Okay. Jace, do you want to do the golf cart lease update?
Yeah, we just had the commission approved our lease for the golf carts. Was it 12 carts for the next 4 years? 4 years, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, so we'll have, the golf carts aren't ready yet. We're still waiting on those to come in from the dealership, but it's good news. So we'll have some new carts out at the course and be able to have the time to get them, if we're able to put the stickers on them, get them ready as numbered. I think that's something we got to work with them on.
I'm assuming just numbers.
Yeah,
I don't think they will let us put our Mills logo on it. I'm just thinking the numbers.
yeah.
We can use removable vinyl so that
Right.
we can take them off when we would turn them back in. So that we wouldn't.
Much needed. I mean, I know our costs for maintenance on the ones that we have is down this year, but it was pretty high last year. And then we'll get those in service starting as soon as we can and have a nice spring day next year.
Who does the maintenance?
Our fleet,
Our fleet.
Troy.
So it's just the hourly rate they're already getting, or is it above?
Just sort of
They
cost
just,
materials.
Cost of
Yeah.
parts.
Well, you know.
yeah. So we budget for it each year.
And that's all of our carts and all of our equipment, so they do service all of that. So we have that.
Any questions on the golf carts? We did have a few go out for several festivities, homecoming parade and, what was the other one? The actual homecoming. We didn't have them go.
Just for the parade.
Okay.
All right. Moving on.
Moving on, as directed by the board here, Tom and myself, we filed a group, myself, Tom, and Tom Gerard. We looked at the current rates at the golf course. I did find where we had, 2019 was the last time that we did do, we reviewed rates for golf. We did a proposed rate change in 2020, and then I have another proposed rate that we would like to impose for the 2022 season. Some minimal changes, and I don't know, Tom, do you want me to go through them line item by line item?
I would just go by the yellow ones.
Well, actually, well, you're gonna look at, I'd like to just do a name change from Spectacular 6 to Twilight Special. I just think it helps with that. If you look at the very last column, the only ones that we propose no change in is the junior golf non-resident, which would still remain at $8. I'm suggesting that we remove the 18-hole prices because we have a 9-hole rate and then we have a second 9-hole. And actually they're virtually the same, but for account purpose on my tally and for round totals, it would be much easier if we eliminated it as an 18. I would still be able to track the number of if you wanted to know 18s, I still would be able to track it just by second rounds that individuals would play in our system. It's just a clerical type thing. So that's what I'm proposing there. I'm proposing to do, or the committee is to Mother's Day, Father's Day, keep it at that $6 rate. Off-season, we are proposing, it was 9 holes, we're proposing no change, where we'd like to remove off-season 18 holes just because for simplicity purposes. And then we've proposed the increase on the passes, an increase of $25 in addition to the last rate from 2020. We do not sell any regular combos. Most people, what I propose is that we just remove that because we didn't sell any of those in the number of years that we've had it, that we just eliminate those. An increase for 9-hole scramble was from $13 to $15. Golf scramble 18-hole, we really never had one, so I'm suggesting 21. I've looked at some other courses. We have the Bar League who comes out there, and they said the lowest one that they do is $24. I believe we charge $17 this year just as an arbitrary number. And then the other thing the committee suggested, most golf courses do give a league rate if you have a golf league out there. We're just suggesting that we keep it $10 for walking and the $7 for cart, which would be $17, which would be what they would have paid this year if they were a senior. So know that we would just have a slight discount. And the reason most golf courses do that is just because it's guaranteed. They come every day of their week to the course. The gas pass, any questions so far on the greens fees? Any input, any suggestions? Okay. Then in the rentals, the gas pass just for gas, haven't had individuals. Our thought process with this was, if we reduced it to 225, that if an individual wanted to buy a season pass and then do an add-on to the gas cart later, when we worked it out, the gas pass actually worked out to be 65 rounds, which we thought was too many in what we charge for an individual cart. So that's my suggestion there. And then we would like to add a Spectator Cart. Now that we have 4 teams, high school golf teams who are playing at the course, a lot of them will come in, would like to go and watch. Normally what we would like to, they have said that in other courses, they pay up to $20 for a Spectator Cart. So we would like to, our suggestion is $15. And then the other one, the ride-along, a lot of people will come out golfing and they'll say, well, my friend just wants to ride along. Typically, it's 9 holes and a half a cart. We just would like to capture a little bit of money from that ride-along person, so we suggested $5. And then this was Tom's suggestion for trail fee. So if you have your own cart and you bring it in, we just suggest that we just do one flat trail fee, $5, whether it's 9 holes or 18. Because it's really, instead of charging them $2, $3 fees.
Any questions on
Any
that?
questions? Changes? I mean, this is, like I said, we just wanted to come to the table with something as a starting point, if there's any suggestions. And partially, the reason why we did some of the increases is the sales tax, we include it into this price, so the individual does not pay an additional sales. I actually did run those numbers, and so far to date, through the end of September, we've paid $6,293 in admission tax and $5,827 in sales tax. That is money that we have to remove from that cost.
And we're going to have the lease of the golf carts to add as an additional cost for the course for next year.
Right.
So I need a motion. Do we accept? So we can pass it on to
Commission.
City Commission to approve for 2022?
I'll make a motion.
First by Larry, do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Beth, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Second, Larry was first.
Okay. So Jason, the
Be
next city commission,
It'd probably be the November 8th meeting.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, moving on to Halloween events.
Yeah, just when you think summer's over, then Halloween's right behind it. We've got the Cedar Point Trick or Treat as one of our first events for the Halloween week. I think we should just start marketing it as the week of Halloween because we've got Cedar Point Trick or Treat on that Wednesday, Witches Walk that Wednesday. Then our downtown Trick or Treat on that that Saturday, and then the citywide Trick or Treat on Sunday. So there's plenty of things going on. I should mention also that I believe it's the 16th, they're doing, the Sandusky Police Department are helping with the trick or treat out at the Erie County Fairgrounds.
Trunk or treat.
Yeah, trunk or treat. So for this year, we're going to have a table again at the Cedar Point Trick or Treat. I'm looking for volunteers, Sherry, if anyone is looking to get dressed in costume and have a good time at passing out 6,000 pieces of candy.
6,000 to 8,000.
6,000. I'm going to keep it in the budget.
Okay.
So anyone that can help with that, I listed those down below. We'll also have a table at the downtown Trick or Treat. And I've put out an email to all the downtown merchants to let me know if they're going to participate so we can get a list and a map set where they will be, and then any spots where we think we could put a nonprofit or another group to come in and hand out candy. We're going to do that as well. We have 2 parades scheduled. Did you want to talk about the parades or?
Just briefly, that we have kids that are in a program we do down at 222 with Mookie, Monster Mash with Mookie, actually, and they are learning a routine with a variety of Halloween songs that they'll start the parade off with, but any child in costume or not can follow along in this parade with the parents. And then we'll do that down to the fountain, do the pumpkin drop.
Pumpkin drop.
And then we start again with another parade on Shoreline to the cruise at the Good Time, where we'll have someone, right now, I guess we're going right into that.
Yeah, we'll go right into the cruise.
Right. So we have close to 140 registrations for the cruise. So the cruise ship will be full of kids, costumes, and candy.
Is there a limit?
159.
And you're at what?
We're at 137, actually.
Is this open to the public or just?
Oh, yeah. I think that's trick or treating. If it's a child, they must have be accompanied by an adult. Registration is on rec desk, like any other program through Sandusky Rec. It's free, but you need to be
Do
registered.
you guys not do flyers anymore at schools?
We will, yeah.
We just haven't had much programming because of COVID, that we really we haven't sent out, like I said.
So the schools know of all these events?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, we put the flyers out as far as online and through, we've done them through the school's email system in the past, but a lot of the times we're sending out an email to everyone who's pre-registered in our programs before in rec desk, so we can pull that list and send it out.
No, they all act like they don't know of anything that's going on.
Anything that anybody does, it seems like people they need to, look for the stuff that's going on. And the pumpkin drop would be at noon. So we'll have the fire truck. I am taking any donations of pumpkins if people want to get rid of their pumpkins the day before Halloween. I've got some donated already. It's a fun event. We put a target in the middle of Columbus Avenue and
Where's the location?
for 100 block of Columbus Ave. And we'll barricade it off, make sure nobody's trying to catch the pumpkins.
In front of Highlanders?
Yes, but probably in front of Mr. Smith's, just so we're north of the Cook Building construction.
What time's the Monster Mash parade start?
It'll be at 11 o'clock,
11?
and then we'll start just before 1 so the kids can march their way down to the boat. Just music on the boat. It's probably going to be about a 45-minute cruise. We know that attention span for little ones can, once they're on the boat, they'll have a good time, but.
And don't forget the candy.
And there'll be candy, yeah. Yeah, all the parents will be stealing their kids' candy.
All right, moving on.
All right, we did finalize with the city commission with the Civista Bank ice skating rink that will be at the Jackson Street Pier, the same location as we had the stage for the parties at the pier. Pretty excited about it. As we get closer and closer to it, we're finding that there's more things maybe we can add into having that out there. And the hours and the days will be set here very soon. We'll have a flyer that will go out for that. If there's a business that would want to do like a holiday party on one of the weeknights, like a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we could really have the Mylander Pavilion work as the event venue for that and offer the ice rink as an additional amenity for that. And then skate rentals will be $5, but you can bring your own skates and skate for free. And we're also working with Civista. They want to do like an opening night type event where they would provide the skate rental and provide the like hot chocolate and that sort of thing. So we're going to work with them on getting that set. Tentative date to open, well, it'll be delivered on Friday the 17th, correct? And then we would train for a day or two, do a soft opening, and then we want to open it Wednesday before Thanksgiving and have it also open for the holiday lighting ceremony on Friday.
So 11/17 delivery.
Yep.
That's a soft opening, so.
No, that's when they're gonna deliver it and set it up. That'd be Friday. I would imagine we may do a soft opening, maybe Monday, maybe Tuesday, just to get the staff acclimated.
Friday the 9th, that'd be the 19th, sorry. It's the
Was it the
19th,
19th?
yeah.
Will you be hiring people to work at this?
Right now, we're going to use the staff that we have between the golf course and our part-time summer staff that we still have, but if we find that we don't have enough to cover, then we can let you know. And volunteers, we could have volunteers help too. If anyone in this room wants to volunteer at the skate park, or the ice skating rink, and wear a Santa suit.
Is Huron using the same one, or are they doing something different?
I'm not sure what what they had posted. There was something about a large, looks like they were going to do a water-filled rink, and we weren't really sure exactly what they're going to have out there. But if it's water, the budget that they said they had for it wouldn't be enough to cover a chiller. So it must be something where they would just fill,
Kind of like we were doing it.
yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
similar to like JC.
And we still plan on putting the water in there and after
Right.
After January.
After January, when we close down this rink.
Okay.
This just kind of extends the skating period that you can,
We've got some winter events that'll be announced pretty soon for December, where you'll have some things down there that people can come down, and like a market and a concert and that sort of thing, so.
we're looking at possibly doing a movie while kids are skating.
Do you think we'd still be able to squeeze in a concert of some type while they're skating? Of course.
Yeah. We're working with the Erie County Community Foundation, because it's their stage, so we'll have something on that pretty soon, once they finalize some of the details on it. Yeah. Any questions on that?
Anything else on our old business? All right, let's move into new business. Jason?
All right, we are getting closer to the Ohio State-Michigan race that we do. We call it the race before the game now, because it's the race before the game. So that'll be November 27th, the Saturday after Thanksgiving. The Save Your Pumpkins race that was part of our Sandusky series had over 200 people signed up for it. It was a beautiful morning on Saturday, so that went well. We're looking to, if you'd like to volunteer, we're going to have that. That's at Cameo Pizza that morning, Saturday morning before the game.
Jason, what time does that race actually start?
8:30. Yeah, we're trying to have a balance between getting everybody done with it, because it is a 5-mile course. Get them done before the game starts. And Tandra, you're up for winter break programming.
Winter break programming this year, I'm looking to program December 21st, 22nd, 23rd, December 28th, 29th, 30, while they're on winter break. I was looking to do a winter break program in the schools, but I don't know if that's going to happen. So I've got a plan B of a passport program. We did that last year due to COVID. Kiddos traveled around. Parents took their kids around to different organizations, and it's basically like different, like the merry-go-round museum, the children's museum, those kind of activities like that. Time to be determined on when that is and who's going to be involved. So just having something, some kind of option for our youth to have while they're on their break before the holiday. And that's the passport program.
All right, our 2022 Ohio Parks and Recreation Association Awards, if you're not familiar, we apply for awards each year. Midtown Supper Club was the best in 2019.
19, best of the best.
Best of the best.
In the state, don't forget.
Yeah, best in the state. And I have re-upped our membership, so everyone here, I think you get an email through OPRA. That'll be going through again. As of right now, it's still scheduled for February. We have a small agency forum that we do on the Sunday before the actual larger, the larger show, the larger group starts to meet. So they've reached out for us to do one of the breakout sessions. So we'll help with that. That's Amy Bowman-Moore from Erie Metro Parks. She's not the president. Is she the president? She is
Yep.
she just got
President.
voted in as something.
President.
So she's been great to work with those awards. And then we also sign up and volunteer at some of the different booths and help facilitate the event, because it also takes the cost of what it costs us to go to the awards and the, why am I drawing a blank on what it? The conference, I could be, the word conference, thanks. Oh, it's been a long day. Okay, so we will be, again, going for TapFit. We put TapFit as a possible submission to hopefully TapFit with Tondra will be the award that wins again this year, and
Yeah.
we'll see how that goes.
I think it's, we got a good chance. It's an innovative, unique program. No one's doing it in the state that I know of. We serve, our participants are called TapFit Tribe Warriors, and they are from the ages of 8 to 80. And this can be done standing or sitting in chairs, so it's very attractive to all demographics. And it's a lot of fun, and you guys really should just come down and just check us out. We're there Tuesdays, Thursdays, 5:30 to 6:30 in the pavilion until October 28th for this session. We've completed 4 since April.
Nice work with that. Next up is 2022 priority use agreements. I'm trying to get an earlier start on those and talk with the leagues now. It seems like AMVET's had a little bit of a turnover with their board, so they've got some new people on board, and we're looking forward to working with them. I'm already talking with Panther Baseball on their agreements. I don't think much will change for schools as far as Dorn. And we'll work with Sandusky Travelers for JC again. So those will be, I'm looking to do that after the first of the year, but at least get those in place and get everybody happy to where they can play. Had someone asking about soccer on one of the, either at JC Park or at Kiwanis. So they said they could use an outfield for that. So we might look at that option too.
Can we add the high school golf programs in a priority use agreement? Just for some clarifying fact, I mean, like, we had
I
some,
think you should, just because that way you.
I think if you could spell it out a little better. We had some miscommunications this year, and it caused some issues to our revenue, so.
Yeah, I think that would be important to have it probably set before they start their even practices out there. Yeah.
Well, obviously do them all once.
Oh, you want in the baseball, get the baseball
Yeah,
ones done?
just do 'em all
Okay.
once.
Yeah, didn't you?
Sure. Can that same committee kind of come up with some of the things that they would want in that priority use agreement? Just like a setting of schedules and making sure that there's some sort of notification system if something's going to be changed? Yeah. Okay. Are both teams looking to come back for next season?
We are.
I know,
Okay.
and I know St. Mary's is, and they'll bring both boys and girls next year.
Boys and girls, okay. Sure. And then I just added 2022 special events. We're getting that calendar set and trying to get it ready because we've got a lot of stuff that looks like it's coming back for next year, like Ohio Bike Week's one of those things that had a little bit of a COVID hiatus. So we're working the schedule with the pier and Shoreline Drive and the Mylander Pavilion. We've kind of penciled in those events so we aren't booking a graduation party when the Harleys are going up and down Shoreline Drive. So if you know of anybody that's planning some special events and are going to need the city's assistance or any sort of facilities or barricades or that sort of thing, have them get in touch with us so we can get them on the calendar. So that's all I added it on there for, is just give everyone a heads up that we are working into next year's special events and we'll have a better head start than we have last year or the year before.
Jason, are we going to look at fees for barricades and road closures and those types of things?
Yeah,
I
that
know
would,
pre-COVID, we had started, and then when COVID came, we just kind of put everything on hold.
Yeah,
Are we going
Aaron-
to revisit that?
Aaron and I have been talking when we're talking about vending fees for food trucks and that sort of thing, is having a special event fee, something that would be contingent on the event being approved for one, because if you, and then also if we're going to close more than one street for something, what those costs would be, barricades, bleachers, picnic tables.
Okay, what happens if the event has to be canceled because it rains? Do they get their money back?
I don't know if we would, or if it'd be postponed, or we would just give them,
Because you know, it's
Waive
so
for
hard
next
those
year.
vendors, they have all those supplies and then they're not able to use them and.
yeah, this isn't something where it'd be like so steep that it'd just be things they want to have in place. So we're covering some of our costs for administration of getting the barricades out there and getting,
What
so
about like if they would rent my liquors
the pavilion?
and COVID hits and they can't use it? Do they get their money back?
There's a cancellation schedule in there, so if there's something like that, yeah, then, and we usually ask for 4 days or up to a week notice on the shelters.
Just wondering, couldn't remember Joe Haberger.
Yeah, well, Joe's still gonna schedule at some point.
Gonna reschedule?
Yeah, he's got his money in and he just wants to make sure that he's safe doing it, yeah. Yep. Anything else on those special events?
I got a question.
Yeah.
Who's doing the cleanup of these events?
Ooh.
If you know of a business that's doing cleanup for events, just let me know.
Yeah. Just saying.
Devin's referring to a new business that he's started.
Is it called After Hours?
Yeah, the after hours crew. It's specifically for event and like after event cleaning services. So like I'm pretty sure everybody's been to a wedding or been in a wedding or, you know, whatever.
And wants to go home and not stay clean.
Absolutely. So it's always nice to have somebody that can come in and take care of that for you when you pay them fee and you go home and enjoy your night.
Is that an hourly rate?
Yes, hourly and the size of the venue. I mean, other things come into play as far as the cost. So, I mean, it's not like just a set price, but basically the amount of guests, the size of the venue, and the details of the venue that needs to be cleaned, because some places don't require everything to be cleaned up. So, you know.
Could definitely come in handy for some of the weddings that we've had come in and, yeah, like you said, who wants to clean up after their wedding? But,
Absolutely.
yeah. Awesome.
But with those additional costs, Jason, obviously part of the consideration is that the city doesn't take a loss in regards to renting a venue. You've got, like you said, labor involved, getting it set up, putting up barriers, et cetera, supplying power sometimes, portable power. Then obviously if there's cleanup cost on the back end, I mean, that all adds up.
Right.
So I'm sure that's part of the consideration for whatever the fee schedule is.
There's quite a bit of labor involved with both the front end and the back end
Right,
of an
right.
event, yeah.
Right. So that was kind of for the good of the order, just, I figured that was the case, but
Yeah,
there's lots of steps to obtain those events.
even homecoming parades.
Yes, yes. Most especially parades.
All right, anything else on our new business?
Nope.
Other?
Open discussion?
Here I go again. About that ambulance. You know, they're really, really getting it together. They've had problems.
Mm-hmm.
They're getting it together. They've got a good board going. A couple of good ladies have stepped up. And I was just wondering, I have not asked anyone, I have not asked you guys. I know you've thrown it out there before, but I was just wondering if we could have the middleman between you guys and them from our group. You know, when they have questions, they have problems, they want to ask something, and we go with them and we talk and visit with them, then we come back to you guys. Would you guys be interested in something like that?
That's something that you're volunteering to do?
I'm just saying,
Liaison.
would you- it's a liaison, and I was taking that technical term out.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
I've, in the past, have asked to have one representative from the league to contact me with any needs they have from the city. So, yeah, if there's another way of communicating and getting, if it's,
Well, I was just wondering if you guys like that idea of having that and being more involved with them than what we are right now.
We're pretty involved. I mean, I would just say from prior to use and making sure the fields are maintained, and
You guys maintain the fields?
we get the fields ready at the start of the season, and then it's up to, through the prior use agreement, yeah. And if a scoreboard goes down, we've got a new scoreboard controller from this year. If the concession stand has a light out or power's not working, our crews go and fix that. But I think just as a general support, like helping them with the things they have going on there, that weekend All-Star game, which was great. We'd like to get a movie out there. We talked about it this year and it didn't come together, but we'd like to do like a movie night after the game and have the infrastructure there to be able to do something like that.
So was that a yes or no to my question?
Well, if there's a communication, I would just say from a staff's side, if there's a communication issue that they don't feel they're reaching and getting through on if I'm working with LaMarcus, who's going to be the president, I believe, coming into the season, and it needs another communication, because I have had coaches contact board members, then contact me when it was something where we were working through it with our staff, trying to get our staff to do it. I don't know how many different lines of communication come in, but
Could you narrow down that lines of communication to 2 people if myself and another person would be willing to volunteer to be those people?
yeah, if that's what the board of AMVETS wants to have.
This is
like,
just coming from a couple of them. It hasn't been officially asked or anything like that, because I would never ask for anything like this before asking you.
Yeah,
It's needed.
yeah, I don't know if it's needed with this new board coming in. Like I said, I've been in contact with LaMarcus already for this season and for prior use agreements for next year, so he knows my phone is always,
He does
yeah.
or does not want a liaison, as you say?
I don't know if he wants it. This is new to me, that there was going to be a liaison. We've always recommended that we had a rec board member
Yeah, that's what I
go
said.
to
You said
the
before.
meetings, yeah. And I've offered to go to their meetings when they let me know the first one is, so, or the next one is, when they're getting season.
We sat in a meeting with Jackie, best mom, Victoria and myself, and they wanted no part of the city being involved in their,
But they're changing.
Yeah, that was,
a couple years,
I
2
remember
years
that
ago,
meeting.
but I'm just saying,
yeah, 5 or 6.
I have coaches call me directly,
I think we all do.
and I just go right back to Jason, because I can't tell them one thing, they're gonna say, you said this, they see us saying no.
Well, one of the good things maybe I would suggest is that when the new board convenes with the
Yeah.
AMVETS, that would be a good opportunity for Jason or one of us to go with them. I've been in contact with them in regards to coaching and running some coaching seminars and some different things with my staff and working with their staff, because you've got a lot of really good people who are learning all the finer points of the game and trying to help kids. So we reached out to them to see what we could do to help them. But it sounds like since they have a new board, and I don't know if that board's in place right now or that, but the next time they meet.
First of the year, they take.
Okay, so I mean, whenever, I think maybe that's the next time they meet, it'd be good for us to be at that meeting in some form. So exactly, so maybe you get your question answered, which is really their question. Look, you guys need something, and I think the other part is this is the best way to communicate. So if it's the president contacting Jason in terms of the rec board or however the steps to that communication. Because you don't want something to get lost in the translation or something that's already being taken care of, and they, maybe they're not aware of that. I don't know. But I think it's good for them, for Jason or whoever, to be at their next meeting, just see what they need, see what we can do to help them.
Yeah, and we're open to supporting them in any way that we can. I mean, it's the longest running league in the city, so it's got history, and it looks like you're saying, they're trying to get it back on track, and it's been a roller coaster for the past years. Yeah.
So Sherry, if you want that position, it's all yours.
I'm not saying I would like the position, I'm saying I would entertain it if Beth Collins would be with me.
I got you, Sherry. We're together. I got you.
There it is.
I volunteered for the position because honestly, I talked to them about coaching next year. So,
They need coaches really bad, more than volunteers to
Right,
sit on the board.
right, so.
They do need.
So I was even listening to you, I was even thinking like I would help out with that liaison position. So.
You've all got my cell phone number too, if there's something that isn't getting addressed.
we're not in it to make decisions. We're their cheerleaders to.
Right, right.
That's what we're there for,
Yep.
since Jackie's not here.
Cool.
Anything else other open discussion?
And I don't know if you guys have been out to J.C. Park to see the concession stand that wasn't finished. Way back, we worked on it, the Booster Club and Jackie Collins, with her ideals for J.C. Park.
Yeah.
But Whiteman Weaver donated money to have it fixed and built up, made right, finished. We got so much of it done and then the guy didn't finish it. It's done, it looks beautiful.
Oh, great.
It's serving a good purpose. Whoever stepped up from their leads now.
Yes, Sandusky
did a good
Travelers.
job.
Yeah, they painted the press box and the dugouts with the money we got from Erie Metro Parks. Yeah. There's a couple maintenance things I'm going to have our guys take a look at, that some of the siding's starting to come down a little bit, and there's one sheet of particle board that's
Definitely get
ripped
used.
up. Yeah. Anything else? Otherwise, I'll,
Next meeting is November 10th.
4 o'clock
I
here.
will not be present. I'll be sitting on the beach in Punta Cana. I think Sean won't be available either because it's banquet night.
Maybe. I'll look and see.
So I'll put out the request for the meeting, and if we don't
I'll
have,
Zoom you from a beach, but
No,
I don't think I
We don't want you to do that, yeah.
Wi-Fi down there.
but if we have to reschedule it because of not having enough people, we'll look at that closer to the date.
Okay.
And then if we're done, I'll make sure I
Motion to
turn it.
adjourn.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All right.
Second. I'll second.
Yes.